So California, they're doing it, folks. California is banning the sale of gas cars. So real quick, again, I always love to talk about language in the media. So the headline here, right, says California is banning the sale of gas cars. Does it say when? No. No, it just says they're banning the sale of gas cars. Really, they want to ban the sale of gas cars after 2035? So it's a long time, right? Maybe you should throw that in the title, right? But no. We live in this weird sensationalism culture. So California is expected to vote on Thursday to ban the sale of new gasoline-powered cars by 2035. The climate crisis is solvable if we focus on the big, bold steps necessary to stem the tide of carbon pollution, Governor Gavin Newsom said in a statement. By the way, again, recently vetoed safe injection sites, so he's pro-drug overdose. Pro-drug overdose, pro-drug death, pro-drug disease. Gavin Newsom total freak show. The landmark move toward electric vehicles would be phased in over several years, with a target of 35% of new vehicles that don't emit fossil fuels being set for 2026, a target of 51% for 2028, 68% for 2030, and finally a target of 100% for 2035. I would say, why don't we just do it right now? That's just my opinion. Oh, they don't want to upset the car companies that already manufactured all these stupid fucking cars, right? Oh, gotta make sure they get all their juicy profits, you know what I mean? The California Air Resource Board will vote to implement the measure on Thursday, which board member Daniel Sperling telling CNN that he is 99.9% confident that it will pass. This is monumental, Sperling added. This is the most important thing that CARB has done in the last 30 years. It's important not just for California, but it's important for the country and the world. That's fucking crazy. Not only is it the country, but the world as well. The news comes on the heels of President Biden signing the Inflation Reduction Act, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, obviously, this is better than nothing news, but my opinion is it should be done faster, and switching over to electric cars is not going to save us, right? Like I don't know what the percentage is, but I know cars are a very small percentage of fossil fuel emissions, right? If we were to do other forms of efficiencies, like, I don't know, banning cars altogether, I don't know, think about that maybe. There's a lot of other things we can do to combat climate change. So these guys are going to scratch themselves on the back for this. They're going to go like, oh, whoa, look how great we are. And honestly, it is a pretty good move. Like, I'm not going to lie, it is a pretty decent move. But overall, in the grand scheme of climate change, this is a drop in the goddamn bucket. But still, it's good to see that at least California's doing something good sometimes, right? Again, Gavin Newsom recently vetoed safe injection sites, so California's doing a lot of bad stuff too. Got to be understood. But every once in a while, California's like, okay, let's do something like on the 2% of the good scale. And so that's what we're seeing here. Neoliberalism does have a lot of constraints, I should say. It's not able to do things that are great. It's not able to do things that are actually worth a damn. But it's able to signal every once in a while, maybe we'll do something by 2035. Well, my friends, if it's going to take us until 2035 before we do anything else, I mean, I think we're pretty well and I think we're pretty fucked by by the climate change thing going on. If we're not going to ban electric cars by 2035, we're still going to have gas-powered cars in 2034. Yeah, that's a problem. But you know what? This is what happens when you procrastinate. So this is a lesson to learn for the entire population of human Earth. When you procrastinate, human Earth, by the way, I'm really fucking high. When you procrastinate, things can get pretty bad, right? So, but there you go.